Coming up on episode 144. Oh, no. A school ruler.
No, yeah, well, you would have, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Stop drinking the fucking water, you know. Oh, good boy, bring it back. Yeah, what the fuck am I doing? You are, I think. I'm a gabber. Skin. Don't know what the face was. Very large penis. Are you a deviant? You know, like those of us who binge watch serial killer programs, laugh at the stupid stuff people do, and revel in anything adult? Well, you found your people. Join us as we crack open the door to the padded cell and release the insanely stupid, the weirdly wonderful, and those who choose to live outside societal norms. We delve into the strange, the macabre, the sexy, and the outrageous. So, if you're a deviant, then you have your place with us in the padded cell. This episode is powered by our Patreons. Thanks one and all for your support, and a special thank you to our new Patreons, Trev, Michael, Louisa, and Michelle. Hello and welcome to episode 144 of the Padded Cell podcast. And
Hi.
today I'm here with...
Barry. Do I have to say my own name? I don't like doing that. Look at what
Baz!
my leg's doing. Fucking hell.
This is not a great start. Right, so this is going on the 30th of July. I've got some interesting things to tell you. This one is about an animal that went extinct twice.
Twice? Mm-hmm. Right.
So, in July 2003, so it's not that long ago, so don't really need to do our shimmers this time.
White tiger.
No.
Oh. Can I guess?
Yeah?
2003. Dodo gone, kiwi gone. I bet it's like some random fucking tiny organism in it.
No.
Fish.
No.
No.
It's like a real animal.
Like a real
proper
actual
one.
animal.
Yeah. It's got horns.
It's got horns.
It's not going to get it.
I'm not going to get it. Like a Diophincosaurus.
Okay. Do you think he saw us? That's such a dad joke.
Isn't it? A dinosaur with no eyes. Do you think he saw us?
Oh, it's a great dad joke though. It never gets
Anyway,
old.
we digress.
So it's not a Do you think he saw us?
All right.
2003. Actually, did it happen in 2003? Yeah. A Pyrenean ibex
The fuck?
went extinct. And then it wasn't. What happened?
They find it behind the sofa.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. That's a story over. There you go.
Oh.
You spoiled that one. Fucking hell.
Pyrenean ibex.
Yeah. So an ibex is like a mountain goat with the big curly horns.
Oh, right, yeah.
You've probably seen pictures of... There's other similar ones around. This particular Pyrenean ibex was very rare, obviously.
Okay.
Endangered.
Yeah, it must have been.
Yeah. So anyway, the story goes... The Pyrenean ibex, it's also known as the bucado. It's this wild mountain goat, like I said before. And for centuries, this thing has survived really harsh winters, predators, hunters, all that. But no match for humans, like a lot of animals out there. Become extinct because of us. Because of us, we're selfish and what we've done to the world and ripping rainforests apart and all the rest of it. Well, similar sort of thing happened to this poor owl fucker. Because, obviously, we were hunting these sort of things. Mm-hmm. We were losing the habitat. We were building roads and tunnels through the mountains and stuff where they like to live. And there's a competition for domestic livestock. Also, these things were classed as livestock, reducing the population. And scientists saw this disaster approaching, that they were going to lose these ibex.
Yeah.
Like, they're cute. These mountain goats, me and Jimmy were talking about it recently on Day Release, which is our spin-off thing. Have you seen them doing little runs, trots along mountain ledges and jumping?
They stand on this tiny little cliff that's 2 inches wide. And they just
do
stand there
it?
munching on a little leaf that's growing out the side of the mountain.
They don't wobble,
Yeah,
they don't even second guess it. They just... When they jump...
Yeah.
Oh my dear God.
Give them the confidence.
We were saying recently on this Day Release, Jimmy said that you saw a video of somebody strapping a GoPro onto the goat as they was doing this thing.
Yeah.
There's no way I could watch it. He showed me 2 seconds, no, not watching that. No. So scientists saw that this was coming. And by the 1990s, there's only one animal left, and her name was Celia.
Oh.
Imagine that burden, though, like the entire future of your species
No pressure,
lands
right.
on you. You
But-
can't die. Yeah.
All on you.
But researcher due time was running out because Celia, the last of her kind, was knocking on, getting a bit old. But thankfully, the researchers had a little bit of foresight and they took some tissue from Celia. But unfortunately, on the 6th of January 2000, Celia was found dead beneath a fallen tree in northern Spain.
Oh,
So she was officially the last Pyrenean ibex. She died under the tree.
Oh.
Yeah. So normally that would be the end of the story, but it was just the beginning because, like I said before, scientists had taken some tissue. These are scientists from Spain and France. And using the preserved tissue samples, they were going to try and clone an extinct animal for the first time. So we've heard of like the woolly mammoth and a few other little things they've tried to work on.
Damon Hirst did it with the sheep, Dolly.
Dolly, yeah, but Dolly was already alive.
But it was the clone thing, wasn't it? So yeah.
So Dolly had already been done in the 90s. You already cloned Dolly, but they hadn't successfully cloned a dead
animal.
extinct animal.
Fuck, Jurassic Park, innit?
It is Jurassic Park. It's totally Jurassic Park. You've heard about the wolves and everything, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's dangerous territory, man. The woolly mammoth's dead for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, fucking reinvigorate that thing. It's going to reinvigorate all the viruses that are out there all.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to clone this ibex. And the researchers took genetic material from Celia and inserted it into goat eggs because they had similar DNA. But they actually took most of the goat DNA away that wasn't compatible. And then the rest of it came from Celia. And the resultant embryos were implanted into surrogate mothers. Now, it's very difficult. 200 embryos were created, but most never, ever developed. Most pregnancies failed, several miscarried. And after years, nothing was happening. They obviously had loads of these eggs, but nothing was actually working. But then, July 2003, one pregnancy reached full term. And on the 30th of July, why I'm bringing it up now, a cloned Pyrenean ibex was born by caesarean section.
Wow.
Yeah. But, it's only for a brief moment, because like I said before, this became extinct twice. So it was born, and it was alive, but only for a few brief moments, and the goat died. So they did reinvigorate this goat for seconds, and then it died again. For the rest of us around the world, we're like, well, that was a bit of a waste of time, wasn't it? But no, scientists celebrated because, obviously, extinction had been reversed.
Yeah.
So even though the newborn clone wasn't healthy, the researchers, they immediately noticed why, what the reasons were, etc. So even though the animal died, they knew they could do it. It was just keeping it alive afterwards, which is the problem. And that's where they're at now.
Wow.
So as we know, they have cloned the wolf and they're looking at a woolly mammoth. I don't think they've successfully done it yet.
No good.
But the issue isn't actually how they do it. They know they can. It depends on the quality of the material they're using, but also if they can survive once they are actually born. So that's where they're at now. So they haven't actually come that much further since Celia. Really, really. So I still don't agree with this. I don't like it at all. And I wish they'd stop meddling, but they're not.
No, they're never going to stop meddling.
They're not going to stop meddling. They're always going to poke the nose into things they shouldn't.
Would have got away with it if it wasn't for meddling kids.
Right then. So, how are you driving on the other side of the world? Oh, what other side of the world? Other side of the road.
Doesn't bother me.
How do you feel driving on the other side of the road?
How do I feel?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on holiday.
Can you do it?
Yeah.
I can't.
Roundabouts confuse me.
That's why I can't do it.
Going round the wrong way.
Yeah. So I can't. I came out of Calais off the ferry and went round the wrong way, and that was it. I got out the car and went, you can drive.
Yeah.
Didn't like it at all. I just can't do it. I can't. The whole gear stick on the wrong side of the car, sit on the wrong side of the car, on the motorway, things coming in from the other side.
Yeah.
It was freaking me out. Didn't like it at all. So could you imagine having driven on the left side of the road all these years in the UK, all of a sudden being told they have to start driving on the right side of the road?
That would cause chaos.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, you couldn't necessarily swap the cars round to drive on the other side because obviously we've got a road full of cars. So you'd be driving on the right side of the car.
Next to the curb. Yeah.
That would freak me out. Totally freak me out even more. And all sorts of things have to change. and we're going to go into some of it. And one of them you'll think of.
One of them I'll think of.
Because it's relevant to you.
All right.
Okay, so this happened 30th of July, 1978.
We've created a new thing.
I know.
Andy and Kevin, sis, you're going to hate us.
I'm going to freak out. I'm going to want to do it now. You'll be shimmering every fucking episode now. It's going to be annoying in the end.
Kevin's women are like symbols.
Oh, Kev will have his own shimmer, won't he?
Yeah.
He'll have like
He'll
this.
stand up for it and everything.
Oh, fuck, I'll be shimmering everything, his arse and everything. So, 30th of July 1978. Okinawa, which is an island in, just off the coast of Japan. Yeah. Okay. And what happened on this day was that everybody was told that they had to start driving on the other side of the road because going back to the Second World War, after the war, Okinawa came under American administration. While the mainland Japan drove on the left, as it still does today, Okinawa adopted the American style of right-hand driving. So from the Second World War, they were driving just like America. So same road sign, traffic lights, driving the same side of the road, all that kind of thing. And as far as I can gather, they also had cars that drove on the left-hand side as well. You know, yeah. So they were quite happily going about their own thing, but think about it. If you're driving from mainland Japan and you just go into Okinawa and then all of a sudden you're driving the wrong side of the road.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't drive onto the island. I'd just get the train.
It's all right for us, like, because we've got to go through a body of water to get there, so there's a bit of time for your brain to process
exactly.
it. But if
you're
you just go across a junction and go, oh shit, I've got
Imagine
to go on that
going
side.
from the Wirral to Liverpool. Yeah. And on the Wirral, we drive on the left-hand side, and Liverpool's on the right-hand side. Yeah. That'd be murder. You'd come out the tunnel and instantly crash. Yeah, you'd just crash, wouldn't you? Yeah. But this is what these guys had to do. So after Okinawa returned to Japanese control in 1972, there's quite a lot of pressure to standardise the road system, not necessarily from the people, but from like Japanese government in general, if you like, to sort of standardise things so there wasn't this problem.
Yeah.
Why should they be different, really? Because it's not America anymore, it's ours. So I think there's a little bit of a point being made as well, really. But it wasn't that simple as just, painting a few lines on the road and just changing things around. Every traffic light has to be changed, road sign, bus stop, all the junctions would need altering, all like the arrows, lines, how you'd line up at junctions, everything. And like if you think about where the traffic lights are on our side of the road, they have to maybe go on the other side, all that kind of thing. It was massive. Drivers needed retraining.
I can imagine that.
Emergency services, they needed new procedures as well, just for driving differently around the roads and everything. The potential for chaos was huge, really. It really was.
I already know the one you're going to say that you would know I would have thought of.
So what were you going to say?
The bus doors would be on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah, exactly that. So the bus route had to be redesigned as well because the doors had to be open to the other side. Yeah. If there wasn't the space on that side of the road so let's say there's like a wall there, but a pavement and a bus stop there. You can't have the bus stop there because there's a wall, so you have to change where the bus stops were and everything.
You have to pull in. And,
it was just nuts. So everything had to be changed. They had to do public information campaigns right across the island in schools and everything. Leaflets all over the place. And anyway, on the big day, it was just like, right, so 30th of July at 6 a.m, Okinawa officially switched from driving on the right to driving on the left. Wow. Just like that. Police officers were stationed at like the major junctions, intersections, and road workers were on hand, on standby to fix any problems. And I think like other police officers on hand just to put more in just in case those crashes and stuff like that. Traffic moved more slowly. But
people are thinking about it more. Accidents probably went down.
They did. Accidents went down. So remarkably, there was hardly any accidents at all. And so despite fears of mass confusion on the road, the transition was actually quite successful because they'd spent months trying to prepare everybody ready for it. In the end, it was successful and they're the same as the mainland. But they called it a project. It was called Project 730 because it happened on the 30th of July. And it says it's one of the largest traffic conversions ever successfully completed in the world.
Wow.
Mad, isn't it?
It is mad. Anyone has actually done it. Yeah. Because it seems like it's too complicated to undertake.
I mean, I've been driving since I was 17.
Yeah.
That's the fuck, mate. 33 years.
It's a long time, that, like. Getting
Wow.
on now, aren't you?
So that means Jimmy's been driving for 43 years. That's really old.
Fucking hell, yeah.
I always love getting that in. He's always been doing something a bit longer than me. I'm old, but you're really old.
And I bet he stands there, he just looks like you gloating when he gets the bus for free and you've still got to pay.
Oh, he loves his free bus pass. He loves it. There's been a few times now and I've said to him, I'll come pick it up. No, it's okay, I want to use your free bus pass. Right then, so finally, on this day, big shimmer.
Big shimmer.
So 30th July, 1945.
I can't believe we're doing that.
Looks shit, I'll cut it out.
It will look shit. No, you have to leave it in.
Shit and gigs, innit?
Exactly.
So, you might have heard of this story, and a lot of you would have heard it, but it's just so hellish. I've got to tell it again. It's not a horror movie or anything like that. It's okay. But it's one of those things that it's so real. You're like, oh, it could happen to anybody, so it might be a bit scary for you.
Go on now, and be scary and big boy.
Soz. Okay, so 30 July 1945. So we're talking wartime. And this involves war, secrecy, hundreds of men stranded in the ocean, sharks. Okay. Heavy cruiser USS Indianapolis is one of the most important ships in the US Navy. And on this day, in July 1945, it was on a really important mission. It was delivering components for the atomic bomb that would later be used in Hiroshima.
Oh, wow.
But the crew had no idea what they were transporting. They just knew it was something really important. After completing the delivery, the Indianapolis was ordered towards the Philippines. And shortly after midnight on 30th of July, disaster struck, quite literally. A Japanese submarine, the I-58, spotted the cruiser and launched torpedoes, and 2 struck the target. The damage was catastrophic, and the ship sank. What they reckon was in roughly 12 minutes.
Fucking hell, that's quick.
Must have gone in half.
Yeah.
It must have. So around 300 men went down with the actual vessel, and around 900 survived the sinking itself, but they ended up floating in the Pacific Ocean.
Oh.
So unfortunately, the nightmare was only just beginning. So, and as if having the ship blown up and then landed in the sea wasn't bad enough. Why? Because wartime communication, there was failures within the communications and nobody realised the ship was missing. So no rescue operation was launched, no search was organised, and the survivors drifted in the ocean for 4 days.
Shit.
No fresh water. So many became severely dehydrated, and some men drank seawater out of desperation, then become hallucinated because of all the salt in the body. Some believed they could see islands and all that because they were hallucinating so bad. Others thought they saw rescue ships that weren't there. So the ones that hadn't been drinking the water like that. No, mate, there's no ship there.
Yeah.
Stop drinking the fucking water, you know.
Tastes like shit as well.
Obviously, it does when you get a gob full in the sea. Oh, it's horrible, isn't it? Obviously, in the sea, treading water, maybe on the back a little bit, but if it gets a little bit, wavy, you're going to have to tread a little bit, and you can't, so yeah, you can't lie still, you can't tread for too long, so you have to do a little bit of the both, aren't you? And it's just going to be exhausting, absolutely exhausting. Obviously, where they're on the way to the Philippines, exposure to the tropical sun, it caused severe burns in some of the guys, salt water and sun. Can you imagine
your lips
it?
are gone, you thought, oh God, yeah, your skin's going to be peeling.
So not only that, so they're thirsty, so they're dehydrated, they're bobbing round in water, partly on the back, partly treading water, exhausted from it all, they're getting burnt from it all, they start seeing shark fins.
Oh.
Oceanic white-tip sharks and other species begin appearing around the survivors.
You mean lunch?
So, can you imagine bobbing in the water and all your mates are there, you know who's there? Bit by bit, one by one, some of the men were just going and disappearing under the water. Literally, that's what was happening. There's survivor accounts, and the guys said that they were looking over at their mate, are they all right? And next thing, underwater. And they might see like a pool of blood. And then once one's gone.
That's it. The blood's in the water.
And they're like, shit, am I going to be next?
It's an all-you-can-eat buffet for the sharks, isn't
Yeah.
it?
And then they can't really fall asleep because they're always looking for the sharks.
Yeah.
They're a bit too delirious to think, right, we'll sleep in shifts or whatever. Then what's a shift?
Yeah. No matter what.
Nobody's coming to rescue them. They know this because they knew that there was communication failures. I don't know whether I just topped myself there and then.
Yeah.
I mean, what survival instinct have you got to have when you think all hope is lost?
After 4 days,
Nobody's coming to look for you.
you know no one's coming. You know you've probably not even moved.
It doesn't bear thinking about, really, does it? On the 2nd of August, 1945, a patrol aircraft happened to spot survivors by chance. It wasn't looking for the Indianapolis at all. It just stumbled across them. And rescue operations began immediately, obviously. So we know that around 900 men entered the water. Only 316 remained alive.
Fucking hell.
You can assume that, some of them were pulled under by sharks, some have died by exhaustion, heat exhaustion, whatever. That's a third.
Mm-hmm.
A third out of the ones who actually went in the water. 300 went down with the ship.
Yeah.
It's absolutely nuts. The Navy initially blamed the captain and court-martialed him. I'm like, he got torpedoed.
Yeah.
Maybe like, well, didn't you see it coming? What the fuck am I supposed to do? Anyway,
Did he die with it?
No, he didn't. Many survivors said that was really unfair. And eventually in the 2000, the United States Congress formally exonerated him. But he lived all them years with that blame on his head. All them men.
Hell.
It's absolutely terrible. But when I was reading this, I mean, I know the story, but I knew about the sharks. I didn't know exactly how long they were in the water, but I didn't really think about the salt water burning my skin and the sun and the dehydration, the delirium and all that.
Yeah.
And then one shark's got you.
I wouldn't have stayed afloat that long.
No.
Not a chance.
I think I just would have gone under.
I'd
Sorry.
have flicked my fucking switch and gone, come on.
Yeah, I would have, totally. Totally and utterly.
Because then I'd thought, I don't want to live with, I don't know, maybe it's just my head, but I think everyone does it. Rest of your life, you're going to play out every other scenario of what happened in the water.
Yeah, of course you are. Imagine the PTSD from that.
You've got enough to keep a counsellor busy for the rest of your life, and you're just thinking, I can't know.
Survivor guilt.
Well, yeah, especially if your best mate's gone down.
You've seen them going down one by one.
Yeah.
There's 900 in the water. 316 came out. So you're talking nearly 600 of your mates, your colleagues, your comrades, you've been on the ship for fucking months,
Yeah.
are getting fucking pulled under bit by bit. Oh my God, the trauma from that.
Yeah.
Honest to God, the trauma. What do you think's the worst way to go? It's a bit dangly bit.
The worst, I would say drowning, you know.
Is that the one that you would not like to go by, or do you think that's probably the worst way that you think could go?
No, I think that's one I would not like to go by, I think.
So that's mine. I don't know whether I died by drowning in a previous life or something. I haven't got a fear of water.
No.
But you're in the bath
Yeah.
and you put your head under, you're like, oh, like that.
I know, like that.
I always have this thing that somebody is going to put the hand on my chest and push me under. Every time.
Yeah,
And I know they're not. And I'm like, I have my eyes closed. And even in the house on my own, I go, make sure somebody's noted in there, like,
Yeah.
looking around. It's just got this, like, oh, I don't know, it's so stupid.
No.
But, I don't know, fire. Fire's bad.
Fire.
Because obviously you
That's
choke
slow,
on the
isn't it?
fumes. And if the fumes don't get you, then obviously the heat.
Mm.
And then eventually the flames. They reckon that you conk out before you. It depends on what's in the
That's
fire,
what I mean.
carbon
They
monoxide
reckon,
or whatever.
They reckon.
Depends on what sort of fire
But
it is.
people still scream when they're on fire, so they
Well,
haven't conked
witch
out.
trials, man.
Yeah.
Witch trials, burning from your feet up, feeling that pain, seeing your skin sizzle.
I think actually bleeding to death would be better than fire or drowning.
Well, you just
'Cause
pass
you would
out.
slowly just fall asleep.
You just pass out.
And die.
Yeah, you would. So drowning, I think filling your lungs up with water.
Is that quick? Does that shut you down before you die?
I don't know,
you
but
know
the
what I
feeling
mean?
of your lungs full.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't think I'd like that.
I would hate that.
But fire, I wouldn't like that.
Fire, no. At least be warm. But no, I wouldn't like fire.
No. Anyway, that's a bit morbid, isn't it? Shark would not be good. All the...
Depends what the shark bites off. Bites your head off in one go. So.
Well, then you're dead. But
Yeah.
if it
Bite
bites
an
you from
ankle.
like the pelvis down, and you've got all your entrails,
Cleaning off like in jaws. That'd be fascinating, but also no.
because you'd still be alive
Yeah.
until you bled out. So you wouldn't be able to feel it because all your
No.
nerve endings would be severed. But you'd be fully aware. Imagine the shock. You just go into shock and die.
Yeah, you look at whoa. Yeah.
Because you're losing blood anyway, you go into shock. Oh, no. But no, the new shark attacks hasn't been around about. In America, Florida and Australia.
Mm.
There's a programme, there's a shark season on Discovery. It was all about the shark attacks in Florida. I think it was Florida.
Every year, don't they, on the shark thing? I'm sure they did Shark Week on Discovery every year.
Just said that. Oh, every year is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, is it? Oh, that's
Sure,
good.
it's every year.
I'll have another look. Not that I want to see people dying, like, but fucking hell, it just brings it home.
Mm.
So that was your dangly bit.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't meant to do that, but there you go. Right then, I am going to do a segment which has come from a lady lobotomy.
Ooh.
Somebody sent in a question a little while back, about 4 weeks ago, I think, something like that, 3 weeks ago. And it was too good to just do as a lady lobotomy, so that I'd do it as a segment.
Okay, yeah.
And it's a little bit fun as well. It's not funny, although you might find it a bit funny. But it's light-hearted, it's really nice. I just thought you'd quite like to hear about it and talk about it. You might have seen some people, who knows, I don't know. So, if I asked any of you nillers what a BDSM event looks like, you'd probably be like, people in black, whips, chains, shouting, maybe, black and red, low lighting, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect somebody crawling around on all fours, wearing ears and a bell, meowing. But they do.
No, they do.
We know they do. If you've watched the podcast this long, we've talked about it before. But for vanillas who don't know, that just sounds nuts. It doesn't go along with BDSM at all. Why is a cat crawling around on the floor? BDSM. Today, I am going to be talking about the playful, psychological, maybe wholesome form of BDSM play called pet play.
Oh, yes. I remember.
Somebody actually asked for this ages ago, and I went, it's on the cards, it's coming. But then when the lady lobotomy came through, do you know what? I'll tell you what lady lobotomy, I haven't wrote it down, but it was really interesting. It was a mum of, I think they said their child was 20, so an adult. And they were going out on a night out, and they had ears on. And like feline makeup. I said, are you going out doing fancy dress? Or just, I'm quite open relationship there. And she said, no, I'm going to a club event. And she went, oh, right, in that club you've been to before? She said, yeah, it's a pet play event, and I'm a cat. And she didn't go into any detail apart from, so the mum, not really understanding it, thought, it's like a cosplay, or it's a BDSM event and they've got a theme.
It's fancy dress.
It's a theme. She went, oh, right, okay. Didn't really get it at all. And she brought it up with a friend. It was quite a long question, that's why I'm not reading it. Brought it up with a friend, and her friend went, that's kinky. And she went, no, it's just fancy dress. You're going to, it's a venue like that, but it's like a theme.
Yeah.
She went, I don't think there's a thing called actual pet play. And she's like, fuck off, really? So she wrote in, and she said, I don't feel able to ask her. She's told me what she wants to tell me. So what actually is this all about? Because, not because I want to judge her, but I just want to understand what it is that she's enjoying, which I thought was quite nice.
Quite nice that the mum's going, I just want to learn.
Yeah. That was a very long-winded way of explaining a question, but
Roger.
yeah, but there you go.
Oh, yeah.
So, pet play is an umbrella term. So it's not just one thing. It involves a person taking on characteristics, behaviours, personality, the mindset, the role of an animal. Any animal. It can be any animal. And it can be a real animal, or it can be a mythical animal. So unicorns, there's unicorns out there.
That is.
There's griffins, there's phoenix, there's all sorts out there. But most people take on an actual animal. And the most popular one is?
I'd say dog.
It is dog, yeah. But actually, there's more wolves in that category than there are dogs. Yes. There's wolf packs.
Dogs, cats and horses.
Yeah, they're the most popular.
Yeah.
But yeah, wolves, they've got their own little subcategory. I've talked about it before in the past. Now, I haven't gone into depth like this before, but yeah, wolves. So, why do people want to do this? It is fun, of course it is. Any kind of role play is fun. And it can be part of a BDSM dynamic, or it doesn't need to be. You haven't got to have a dominant, so you haven't got to be a submissive, you haven't got to be a dominant yourself. You can just be into pet play. I just want to be a dog, or whatever. and it can be a form of stress release. If you think about it, we pay our bills, we pay our mortgage, we've got a load of stress on our hands, we've got to think what we're having for tea, make the kids tea, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
If you're a pet, a dog especially, you get fed,
Yeah.
you get taken for walks, they play with you,
Eat,
you
sleep,
get told
drink,
you're a good
repeat.
boy.
Yeah.
It's all good, isn't it?
It's all
So-
praise in life.
Yeah, it's all the good stuff in life. So, if after, a day in work, you can go along to a club and just be a dog for 3 hours and have your ears tickled or your balls tickled, whatever it is. It'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So you can sort of see from a stress relief point of view. And it might be an identity that somebody feels deeply connected to. It could just be ears that they put on because it's a playful thing that they like to do. The scope is absolutely huge. But what surprises most people is that not actually just a fetish. It's not automatically a fetish. It can just be a persona. It can be. It's not a kink to me. I just want to be a dog tonight. It's not a kink. That's what I want to do. Yeah. And some people describe it as meditation. I can imagine that. If you're having like your
I can
head
imagine
stroked or
if
your
you
ears.
just, I mean, I've seen some of them in the club when the dogs.
Yeah.
And
You see them with like little lights on, the laser lights, and they're chasing after them. I've seen
wow.
cats curled up on people's laps and everything, and on the sofa.
oh wow,
Yeah.
I've seen cats.
Yeah, I've actually seen a cat lapping a saucer of milk as well. That was not good.
That was the milk for you, not the
It was the
actual
milk.
cat, yeah.
It was the milk. Ugh. So, puppies. Yes, you've probably seen quite a few pups around and about. Have you ever been to Pride? You might have seen some pups around.
Well, that's why. It's probably very wrong, but I think some people probably get into it because it's actually so easy to go and buy a pup mask.
It is.
You can literally just go on Amazon and
You
you'll
can.
know people will buy them out of
Yeah.
curiosity.
Absolutely.
Suddenly go, oh, I quite like this.
Yeah, and I mean, some people spend a lot of money on these though.
I remember seeing some
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds on really good ones.
Yeah.
It's more expensive actually getting the horse bridles and manes and all the rest of it. But these pup players, they'll wear hoods, collars, tails, knee pads, which is essential, little mitts, which you had
Seen
last
them,
time,
yeah, we did.
or the specialist gear. They bark, they wag, they play fetch. I've played fetch with pups in the club. Oh my God, I had the best time. I was throwing balls up and down the lounge. It was great.
Wow.
One lit up.
Oh,
It was brilliant, really
sensory
good.
ball.
Yeah, and some enjoy praise from the handler. So when they've done something good, they get called a good boy or good girl. They like that. But like I said before, they've got a pretty good deal, the pups, I think.
Yeah, they have actually. I've never thought of it like that, but they have. They
You know,
literally get
they
weighted
get
on.
looked after, definitely. Yeah, life becomes simpler and play becomes a priority. Similar with cats, but cats I've found in the BDSM scene tend to be a bit more testy, a bit more feisty. So they do have their moments, but when people role play these, from my experience, they literally role play the animal. So a dog is loyal. So if the handler goes to the toilet and the handler comes back, the dog is goes right up to them in the wagon and all this. I'm happy to see you. If you've been gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Cats, when I've seen them in the club, the handler goes off.
They go to the next hand that's going to stroke them.
They literally go to the next person.
Why is it?
And so when the handler comes back in, they're like, what the fuck? You've gone to somebody else with strokes?
You left.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
Judas. But that's what they do. They take on the personality traits. So the puppies do tend to be more like kind and affectionate and all that. Cats will be affectionate on their terms.
Like,
selfish.
My mum always said, dogs have owners, cats have slaves.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The cats that I've seen, some of them do play and they have like balls of paper and stuff like that, balls of wool and the little lights. And they are affectionate and they have the little bells and they love to have cuddles and strokes, but they can also be a bit feisty. So, where puppies are often like eager to please and enthusiastic, cats tend to be very independent and aloof. So they might have a handler, but if they look better, they'll go over to them. Or you might stroke them, they'll go,
Yeah.
They'll lick your stroke off, that kind of thing. They're quite funny, cats. Cats might ignore commands, they might ignore the name, whereas puppies will always come to the name. So for some cats, they seem to role play really accurately, so you can definitely see what they're trying to be. And at the end of the night or the end of the scene, you'll often see them curled up in a little dark corner, literally just curled up on a blanket.
And a little sleep.
Once they've had their fun, and I've seen them go on zoomies and everything, chasing other cats around. I've seen it all. I could write a fucking book. Well, I am.
I've seen
There you
lots
go.
of dogs play at the club.
Yeah, dogs are
Never
great,
really seen
especially on the gay
cats.
nights. Maybe have them on all night, but when I've seen them on the gay nights, they get the full 9 yards. I've said before, whole latex Dalmatian
Yeah.
outfits. But even the ones that wear the leather, they have really good quality leather hoods, and some have one ear up, one down. They have like the little personalities, they have different colours. Some have got eyelashes, and their tails are all different. Some of them
Yeah.
have the paws, they have harnesses to match and everything. Oh, it's just brilliant.
Yeah.
It really,
Some
really
of it
is.
is like, wow.
They spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's become not an obsession, it's become a hobby. And when they go into that persona, then all the gear, it adds to that persona and
Yeah.
helps them get into the mindset. But also, it helps all of us get into the mindset as well. So when
Yeah.
we see the pups, we're seeing a person, of course we are, but we're seeing all the gear that they've got on us, and it helps us get into the role as well.
Yeah.
Really, really good. So ponies, we've talked about ponies a little bit before. We've done ponying in the club, and we've had somebody doing dressage. We've had pony racing. We've had a pony box in the back lent by a certain somebody
Yeah.
with hay as well.
Okay.
Hang on a minute. Getting a bit dry. And ponies, they generally focus on headspace and playfulness.
Yeah.
Pony play, it frequently incorporates like training and discipline and performance and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They might learn like specific movements and postures, specific commands, clicks sometimes.
They're very glamorous as well, aren't
Very, very much so. The difference with horses and ponies, the horses I've been like, what are the big massive ones with the hair over the...
they?
Shire. I was going to say Shetland, but that's a pony.
That's tiny.
Shire.
One, yeah.
So I've seen somebody with like proper hooves, standing on hooves with all the hair. And then they had hooves on their hands, but they were up in the air. And then they had a big like bridle thing and a mane which matched the hair.
And you have that really sort of tight black PVC leather, whatever.
Some of them do, yeah.
Wrapped around their, like you would see a horse's tail has been bound to go to the hair.
Exactly. And some of them they'll braid, some of them just leave it, and they'll wear a butt plug usually as well for a tail. And the gear, I couldn't tell you how much it costs, because you know it's horse gear made for humans, so it's been adapted. And it's really good quality leather that they use on this stuff.
It's phenomenal. The shoes get me, like you said.
Oh my God.
How do people walk in them?
I don't know. Have you seen the heels that are like that, but they haven't actually got a heel?
They've just got a toe piece.
That's what they're like.
And then,
but it's still hard to walk on them. And then
they leave the horseshoe print as well, don't they?
But then these guys also, they're not just walking, they're doing dressage.
Trotting, yeah.
So when I got up close and personal to these trosses, I was like, the fuck you were walking then? And he's like, it's took me a while, like, and he went, but, you know, it's took me a long time to get dressage. He was amazing. Yeah. And he was literally going, and all this with his mane. So the difference with ponying and the horses is, ponying and horse, you can still do the competitions, and you wear all the gear and all the rest of it. But the horses, they tend to involve more specialised harnesses, carts.
Yeah.
You would have seen probably there's some really old BDSM porn out there. There's a black carriage with like a mistress in like Victorian stuff, a big massive coach whip, and she's got 2 horses at the front and they're going around a field.
Yeah.
So they do all that kind of thing. And the equipment for the horses tends to be a lot more expensive. Then there's loads of more like other pets that we don't really discuss very much, but they're still out there. I haven't seen some of these. Foxes, yes.
Yeah.
I've seen foxes. I've actually seen foxes on the swinging scene as well. Foxes and vixens.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And they'll do fox hunts through the forest.
Heard of them, never
and
seen.
They catch them.
Yeah.
And then they'll, all that.
Have their way.
Wolves, I've just said before. Rabbits, I've seen one over the years. 1, 2 maybe. I saw somebody in latex. Bears, I've not actually seen somebody who's trying to be a bear, but obviously bears are a big thing on the gay scene.
On the gay scene, yeah.
Because they're hairy and big guys, beard. Love a good bear. Piggies, we've had 1 piggy in the club. And there's something that I'm going to tell you off air about the piggy.
Okay.
Goats, never seen a goat. Lambs, lamb to the slaughter. When I read that, I was like...
I've seen a few bo peeps, I've never seen a lamb.
I've seen a bo peep. I saw a Bo Peep, a really kinky Bo Peep at a torture garden years ago. She was really good, yeah. But yeah, as soon as I read lambs, I'm like, ooh, lambs to slaughter. I had all sorts of scenes going through my head already of how to slaughter this lamb in front of everybody.
Between me and you, I had this cute little fluffy lamb like off an Easter advert, like Shaun of the Sheep, going doo 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 doo, jumping around.
And I'm imagining how I'm
You're
going to do
there,
a public
garrotting
scene
it and everything.
slaughtering this lamb
Letting his blood pool out into the candles.
ceremoniously. Yeah. Deer. I haven't seen one, but I can imagine that would be quite regal.
Yeah.
Imagine seeing a stag with like big horns and all that. Oh, imagine that.
Yeah. That would, you know, that would remind me of like Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be that sort of setup.
Beauty and the Beast. I haven't seen it for years. Dragons. I haven't seen a dragon, but I know there's loads. Loads of groups online, everything for dragons. Dinosaurs.
It's just old, isn't it?
What would you be if you're going to be a dinosaur? What's a dinosaur? Do you think he saw us? And
if I was to be a dinosaur, do you know what? I think I'd probably be like, I'd want to fly. I'd be a pterodactyl, I think.
I think I'd want to fly. I've got a thing about flying anyway. Do you have dreams about flying?
No.
No, I do. I saw this recently with somebody else. I have dreams quite regular about flying.
Do you?
Literally, my feet are off the ground, and for that moment, it just feels like if you're on air in Alton Towers, where it feels like you're flying. It just feels like that in my dream, and I don't want to wake up. I'm like, oh.
We did that zip line. Be like that.
Oh, it's so good, isn't it?
It's amazing. Yeah.
Obviously, me and Hayley did the zip line, and you went, didn't you? It's
And then
really
John
good.
did it.
Was it nice weather when you did it?
It was actually. It was dry and it wasn't windy. It wasn't rainy. It wasn't like it is now.
Oh, it was bloody pissing time when we did it, but it
But
stopped
it
just
was
at that
clear,
moment.
It was nice. It was. Didn't need your big coat that day.
Yeah, we did.
That sort of day.
We had big coats on.
That's flying. That's the closest thing you'll ever get to flying.
Yeah, that was really good.
It was fun.
Oh, so good. Anyway, so just going back to what I was saying at the beginning, not every pet's got an owner or a handler, and not every pet is submissive. People assume because you've got ears on or whatever that you're looking to submit to a handler of some sort. No. Some people are literally they just want to be that pet. They don't want any power dynamic whatsoever. They just want to embody that animal and be that animal just for that night or whatever. Nothing more. So why do people do it? Why do you think people do it, Baz?
I think, like with a lot of the kink side of stuff, things like that, people do it. It's a giving up. It's a step back from reality. It's giving up your, I want to say power, but I don't mean giving up your power like in a submissive thing. I mean, it's you going, oh, do you know what? For the next 4 hours, I'm just this.
Make decisions for me.
Yeah.
Don't actually want to drink because there's too many options. Just choose something for me.
I don't want to use my own brain power. It's like when you touched on meditation, you can sort of see it.
Yeah.
It's switching yourself off and just enjoying yourself, relaxing. Some people will go and sit in a sauna for an hour. Some people can just go and lie in the field and listen to nature.
Yeah.
Other people want to go to the townhouse and sit on the floor and get fed bonios.
Yeah. And they do.
Yeah, I remember standing in one. What the fuck's that? Oh, it's a bonio. Oh, I love the bonio. Little baby with gravy bones.
A gravy one as well.
Yeah, hot. So, I think they just do it just for, it's an escapism.
It
like,
is.
Literally anything you do in life is an escapism.
Yeah.
Whatever you do it
Anything
for.
that you choose to do with your free time.
Yeah.
There's been a conscious decision. I want to close my brain off to all that.
Yeah.
I'm doing this because it's going to relax my brain.
Yeah.
So
I'm
it is
switching my
that.
head off and I'm just doing this.
Yeah. So it's all that, what you've just said there, but a little bit more. So it is, we carry responsibilities all the time. And so it is handed over for a couple of hours. And psychologists describe similar experiences as forms of role immersion. So the individual temporarily steps outside their everyday identity. And it says it's not so different from actors losing themselves in roles, and some actors don't come out of the role until they finish filming, do they?
Heath Ledger's prime example.
Exactly. A lot don't. The other person that did that was Meryl Streep when she did the first The Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah.
She actually said to the one who's with her, Anne Hathaway, I heard this, I think it was on Graham Norton or something, and she said, oh, she was great. She said, but on the first day of filming, she came and she said, oh, I'm Meryl. She said, I haven't met you before, but it's going to be really, really nice to work with you. This is the last time I'm going to be nice to you until this is over. And she just walked off, and she was a complete cunt the whole time, and she just stayed in role the whole time. And apparently when everybody else is going off having like lunches and, you know, socialising and stuff, she was like, no, I'm going to stay in my room. She just kept it in role. Yeah. That's how immersed she was. But maybe she's just not like that at all in real life, and she's had to immerse herself in. Yeah. So another reason is emotional connection. So pets often experience affection differently from humans. So, you know, like puppies, they don't need like complicated conversations. They just need good boy, pat, pat. It's simplifying things. And pet players often describe this need to be cared for during scenes, but a simple form of emotional connection and care, not like, you know, I'm going to cook an elaborate meal and massage your feet. No, I'm going to stroke your head and tell you that I love you and you know, cuddle you and call you a good boy and feed you treats.
Just want you to relax.
I'm going to play with you.
Yeah,
I'm going to share this enjoyable time with you. So a lot of people enjoy that emotional connection. Even if they haven't got handlers, they'll go to events and get chatting to people and like, you want to come play ball with me?
Yeah.
I've done it before today. It's brilliant. I played with cats and everything.
I've seen it. I've been there.
It's so good. It's good for us as well to have the escapism. You forget really quickly that it's a person because they just take on the role, and before you know it, you're like, oh, good boy, bring it back. And you're like, what the fuck am I doing?
But
you
do forget. The ones I've met, you forget.
It's so good.
That goes back to like what you were saying about why they... You were saying about the gear and stuff and how it helps them become that person. It helps us because you might know them as their human name will say when they come in and you chat away. The minute they're changed, you know yourself they're called the patch. Yeah,
exactly that.
And we'll just play with
it helps you get into the mindset for them.
And then because they're so good that you don't think anything different of saying, oh, that's patch.
Yeah, I've had them give me paws and everything.
Yeah.
There's no humour. I'm not mocking them. And they bring a ball back. All right, give me a paw. Do you want a treat? Give me a paw. Paw. Other paw.
So you do that quite well. Cause it's,
and I haven't got dogs anymore, so Tara's actually got a pet play event coming up. I'm like, when I go with some treats? Have some time with the pups.
Go with a bag of dreamies.
It's great. It's really great. So, you know, some people judge these sorts of kinks. You know, it's weird. What are you doing that for? It's weird. It's harmless.
It is harmless. I would say to anyone, like, I'm not into pet play at all, but I would say to anyone, if they say it's weird, you say, so you don't like it when someone strokes your hair or just sits and rubs your neck or just sits and kisses your ear. Anything like, any sort of sensation that you find enjoyable from touch, it's just an extension of that.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. I was actually talking to a pet player when I was doing my research for this because I'm not into pet play. I've been obviously handled on an event, but I haven't got pets. I'm not a handler, and I've seen loads. But you know, to hear firsthand is better than anything, isn't it? Rather than observe. And I was asking one of the pups, and he actually said, "Yeah, it's all of that." He said, "But it's really weird." He said he actually wears pads on his elbows and his knees. And he gets down on the floor and he's on all fours for the whole time. And he went, it's really good to get down on the floor and see the world from a different perspective.
But it is actually, yeah.
So he said, you know, I'm at the bar, normally I'm getting a drink. He went, I'm on the floor, I can't go to the bar, so I've got to think another way around it. And so they might bring a drink down to the floor, a bowl or whatever, and that's absolutely fine. When I'm walking around tables, I might bang my head on the table if I'm not careful. People might not see me if I'm on the floor, so I've got to like pour them and let me past and stuff like that. So he said it's just looking up at the world and having other people look down on you. This particular guy is 6'2".
Yeah.
So he said, my whole world is looking down on people. So when I'm down on the floor, I'm now on the floor, people looking down on me. Oh, look at you. He's like that, looking up. He went, it's that for me is the main thing, is just seeing the world from a different perspective.
Wow.
I just didn't think of it that way at all. It's fascinating stuff, isn't it? Really, really fascinating. And if any of you have got any interest in all of this, we've talked a lot about the gear. And some people have got all the gear, no idea, really,
yes,
you know. So you don't need all the gear. All you need is the imagination and the intent. So, you know, if you've got like a little bit of role-playing personality, some of us have, some of us haven't, and you fancy a bit of escapism, you could go to a pet play event and see how other people do it. You don't need any of the gear at all. because actually you can have all the gear there, but if you haven't got it up here, it's a waste of time.
You're not going to enjoy
You're just a
it.
person walking around with the gear. You need to be a cat or a dog. So it starts up here. So, you haven't got to go into all this. Go along to events and just see if it's for you, and then you can build on all the gear.
And
And there's a lot of gear, believe me.
Paint a little circle on your nose and put your ears on and start there.
Yeah, there's hairbands with like little ears. There's loads of girls that go to town house with hairbands with ears on. Even those who aren't into pet play fucking wear them.
Yeah.
Look like cute, actually.
Look at every Halloween.
Yeah.
Amount of cats you see.
Yeah, exactly. So, the events that you go to, it's just like every other event. There's pups around, there's opportunities. Go along and experiment. But if you want a specific one, look out for your local pet play event, because there are some out there. So I hope that has helped the lady who wrote in about their daughter. Yeah. I haven't gone into much about what happens at events. It's very, very, very similar to what happens at other events, and you are a watcher of the path itself because you wrote in to me. It's all the same with consent, how you get in, how you behave, and all the rest of it. It's just what happens there is slightly different. And so I hope that has filled in some gaps for you, and for the rest of you out there, you've learned something a little bit different, a little bit new. And do you think you'd ever do it?
I don't think I would now, but everything changes. There's things I do now that if you'd have asked me a few years ago, would you have done? I'd been like, get to fuck, no.
Yeah.
But, so I always say never. I can see the appeal to it, and I think that's enough for me to go, no, I do one day.
I never.
So much depends on everything.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? And who you're with and who's doing it with you and all that. I never said I'd be a submissive. Never, ever in my life. Look at me now with Jim, looking on my hands and knees and everything.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I've done things now that I wouldn't have done. I wouldn't have even entertained years ago.
Yeah, but we evolve. Our life is a journey at the end of the day, isn't it?
Things change with people. You build things with certain people, and things can go, do you know what? Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Yeah, definitely.
It just happens.
And I think we should be open-minded to things.
Yeah.
Open-minded to experience things ourselves, but open-minded to what everybody else is experiencing out there.
It's not, I'm not even going to say like kink shame, or just be enough of a decent fucking person to go, do you know what, if that's your thing, let them tell you about it.
Yeah, exactly.
You might spark an interest in yourself,
yeah.
which is probably why most people shame.
Yeah.
They're scared.
Listen without judgment.
Yeah.
Listen with an open mind, and you haven't necessarily got to understand it. But sort of try and learn a little bit. It'll help you accept it.
I remember the first dog I met years ago. It was at the club. I can't remember why. I don't think it was an event or if it was a kink event. I can't remember what it was. It was the first time I'd ever actually had a conversation with a dog. There must have been a break.
Conversation with a dog.
Because there must have been a break because we were out the back having a ciggy. I was smoking then. That's how long ago it was. And they just like lifted the mask and just chatting to me about it, and it was fascinating. Then I'm like, wow, let's have a look at the masks. They were showing me the masks.
Yeah. They're good quality, aren't they?
Because they were like they were having a fag, so they obviously weren't being the dog then. Yeah. They were on a break.
Yeah.
And just chatting to them about it, and it was fascinating to me seeing the masks, seeing how it all works. Like, well, because they could lift the nose up if they really needed to drink and things.
It's brilliant.
And then they had the ears, they had the butt plug with the tail, and then they showed me they had a pig dog tail as well, which I found bizarre. But then they put it all back on. And went off, finished their break, and went off back in. It was
Siggy out, back of the dog.
And I was like, that's amazing.
It's great, isn't it? It's great.
That is amazing.
But how great is it that there's venues like that out there where you're going to get all creatures great and small, quite literally, at some events. And you're seeing all these different people. And if you just go to these things with an open mind and not like, oh, this is a bit weird, just go, I've not seen this before.
Yeah.
And learn, listen to people, talk to people, watch, take it all in. And you find, God, your world opens up so much more when you just soak it all up rather than go, judge it all. Doesn't it?
Rather than sit there being blinkered, judging and calling everyone weirdos from the safe.
It doesn't have to be something that you want to do.
No.
It's just stay open-minded. There's a pub pride,
Is there?
And they've got a pub flag as well. With a big paw on it. Well, they have things like competitions and stuff. But one of the winners came to the club years ago wearing his medal. Yeah, it was really good.
Bless.
Pub pride. So there you go. Hope that's helped. Not just the lady who wrote in, but everybody else as well.
Yeah, I actually forgot a lady wrote in.
Interesting subject, I think. And it's one of those kinks that I think is accessible. I know it's hard to understand it sometimes, but it's fun, it's accessible, doesn't necessarily involve pain and all that. It's just people having fun.
Yeah.
So it's a bit more mainstream. For just BDSM's mainstream.
Mm.
So, right, before we go,
Oh,
I've got a little fetish factoid.
oh, go on.
It's not really a kink. It's just something that I want to talk about very, very quickly. Off the back of porn that I was watching. Of course, I was watching porn again. Always watching porn.
You on Hamster? Is Hamster or the Hub your favourite?
Pornhub. Only because X-Hamster sometimes go... X-Hamster for this.
Yeah.
For weird stuff. Pornhub for regular run-of-the-mill stuff. X-Hamster for something a bit more quirky.
See, I don't get on with Pornhub.
Don't know.
No. I find Pornhub's like Instagram for porn. And
It is a bit, yeah. It's a bit more mainstream, isn't it?
Yeah, and it bugs me. They all look the same.
Yeah, they do. I mean, if you want to get anything unusual on there, you need to put like amateur on or something like that.
Yeah.
And otherwise, it's just the same.
But
as
even
everybody
then,
else.
it's Pornhub. You can't believe it.
No, exactly. AI.
Yeah.
Right then, so do you know
The Muffin Man.
what macrogenitalism is?
Macrogenitalism, not micro.
Macro.
It's extreme close-ups.
No.
There is if there's a picture in it. The
No.
macro's a close-up. Macrogenitalism. No. It's genital balls. And
A huge genitals, basically.
huge.
Huge. So this came off the back of a porno that I was watching, and I was out of interest, you know, because I do a lot of research for this thing.
I've just winced thinking of something I've seen. It's not there. Like, no, I'll let you finish.
Okay, keep your thought then.
Mm.
I was actually researching something else, and this guy came up on this porno with, I can only describe it. It looked like an amputated stump. You know, when somebody's had, I can't even say an elbow. It was bigger. It was like a knee.
Yeah.
And it obviously had skin which moved, but you couldn't quite see the tip of the penis. It was just like one big torpedo like that. And it must have been, I don't know, about that big in circumference at the base.
Wow.
And the tip didn't chamfer off that much. It probably went to about that. And it was probably about that long. But because it was so big and there's lots of skin, as he was trying to move it, he wasn't getting an awful lot in. So I was like, that's time to stop, expand him like that. So the girl was making all the noises, but she wasn't really getting anything from it because he couldn't get it in.
Yeah.
He couldn't handle it enough. He couldn't control it. It was just so wide, and the skin, there's so much skin, he couldn't really do much with it. The whole fucking shag, he was forever battling with his penis. He was battling with all the skin on his penis, trying to shove it in, that he'd get it in a tiny little bit, just the tip, and it'd all fall out again.
It was
the
like
most...
a sleeping bag back in the sack when you put it away.
Exactly that. It was the most unsatisfying porno ever. And it was also frustrating for the guy. So it made me think then, So it's not that common. But there are guys out there, some of them have got conditions which has caused the macrogenitalism. Some guys have just got really, really big penises.
Some guys, I've seen some.
So there's one that comes up quite a lot. Jonah Falcon, he's publicly claimed, that his penis is 13.5 inches erect and 8 inches flaccid. There's another guy apparently that Nancy brought up in episode, was he 1? This other guy said his is bigger, but they reckon that he's had procedures or like he's had things hanging off it to lengthen it. Do you know what size the average penis is?
It's different by country, isn't it?
It is. It is. But okay, I would say, let's say the white Western world.
I think it's about...
I'm not going to say black cock because we know black cocks tend to be pretty enormous. Well, I do.
I would say, just because I want to place myself as above average.
Go on.
I'm going to say it's about 5 to 6.
Okay. So, I thought it was a bit bigger. The average is 5 to 5.5. Large is classed as 6.5 to 7.
So what?
So there you go. We all now
What's
know.
large?
7.5 to 8.
Got a ruler.
I have actually. A school ruler.
No, yeah, well, you would have, wouldn't you?
Extremely large and rare, 9 inches and above. I've actually seen penises that have been that big, and they have been black guys a lot of the time. But there was one guy in the club years ago who used to have a very large penis, like a baby's arm. Anyway, the world's longest penis is 13.5 inches, like I said before. I was trying to find the widest girth. Now that's hard. It's really, really hard
Yeah.
to come by, to measure or whatever.
Keep digging. The girth hard.
The girth
come
part. I know, yeah. But there's some guy called Roberto Cabrera, and he reckons he's got the girthiest cock. And he says it measures over 18 inches in length, he reckons. But he does say that he's tried to stretch his penis. But you can't stretch it that way. But it is girthy, very, very, very girthy as well. The guy that I saw was, I don't know, he was just huge. So he's got to be in the record books, this guy. It was real. It's definitely real. If it was AI, the AI wouldn't have him fiddling around with it.
No.
You know, struggling with it. But he was. So I looked into the problems, obviously mobility issues. Imagine having this massive wide cock. You'd have to wear a skirt, wouldn't you? You'd have to wear a kilt or something.
I did see a programme years ago about a fella with a massive, normal, girthy knob. And he had to wear joggers with an extra low waist, or he'd have to get wide leg joggers and put it all in one leg.
Fuck. You don't think about things like that, do you? Yeah. It's like people that want big boobs. Yeah. You know, and I get it, I totally get it. But you speak to people with massive jugs, and they're like, that's the worst thing in the world, the backache, the price of the bras, you know, and then making...
Most people that have naturally got massive tits want a reduction.
Of course they do, of course. You're making your tops look nice and that, because you've got huge boobs, a tiny little waist, it's difficult. Yeah. So yeah, frequent infections as well, with these massive penises, you can't clean it properly. Difficulty obtaining a job, because it's on show.
Couldn't exactly be like a waiter, could you? Or
no. So your job options are limited. I didn't think about that.
You need to be behind a desk.
Yeah. And significant medical complications, not just infection, but all sorts of things. So, like, if you think about where it's lying on the balls, it'd be lying on your legs as well. So you can get, like, abscesses and ulcers and that ulcerated skin underneath. The actual penis itself can become ulcerated.
How much blood does it need to power one of them? Go for a lot. Wee. Do you get infected because you can't wee? If you can't clean... Is it only blokes?
So I looked into this. There's something called clitoromegaly. And it's the closest equivalent, if you like. Yeah. It's enlargement of the clitoris beyond the typical range. That can be caused by hormonal conditions, adrenal problems, elevated testosterone. Some people who take testosterone purposely get this. Certain medications and rare tumours. Now, we have seen loads of porn with big clits. There's some, I'm not sure, the hermaphrodite, actually.
Yeah.
So there's some I'm like, it's definitely a clit. And I've seen some about that big, and probably
I've
about
seen a few like that
an inch circumference. And they're definitely clits. But then when they get a bit bigger than that, they look a bit more peen. When you see a clit erect, it does look like a little penis, but these looked a little bit too peen. Yeah. And when I saw the person, I was a bit like, maybe hermaphrodite, wasn't sure. But the porn itself isn't actually going to say, obviously, you know, what gender they are or whatever. So I was just making an assumption. But there's definitely some that have got big clits. I've seen them. I'm like, ooh, imagine having one of them. Don't think I want them all the time. I keep doing it. Yeah. And there's labial hypertrophy as well. We've got really large labia. Have you seen, there's a culture, an African culture, tribe, and the women put weights on their labia because it's attractive for the labia to fall below their shorts. They wear hot pants and the labia's on show outside as they walk around the supermarket and everything.
Because blokes do it to the balls as well, don't they? Put weights on them.
Yeah. Don't think I'd want hanging flaps like that. And I've got news for you, everybody. As you get older, they hang down
you don't
anyway.
Need to weight them.
No. Mine still aren't that bad. Depends how much action they've had. TMI.
La, 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 la.
So, I'm thinking and reading about the whole large penis, large labia thing. It sounds very inconvenient. Medically a problem. Not practical in the bedroom.
No.
And I don't want one.
No.
So I'm saying I want a penis for a day.
Just a standard one.
A standard one. So if I get 3 wishes, I am now going to make it very clear. I'm going to be specific about the wish. Yeah. I'm not just going to say I want a penis for a day because then I'll get a micro or a macro. Yeah. I want a 7.5 inch length penis with a 4-inch girth, please, for the day. I'd make sure it's a specific request.
Would you?
Because I don't want a macro now.
You may as well go full in. Do you want it circumcised or not? Do you want it to have the options?
What's my preference?
If you're going into detail,
don't know what my preference is really. I'd say
I'd say
uncircumcised, just
so you've
to,
got the best of both worlds then.
because then I
haven't
can like really have a good go,
Yeah.
couldn't I, on the skin? Don't know what the face was.
you? No, I don't. I kind of liked
I'm
it.
so sorry about the tongue, did you? It wasn't good second time round.
No, it wasn't the same. You didn't mean it as much as that.
I didn't mean it. I can't just do it spontaneously again now. So yeah, I don't want a big dick. Do you want a big dick? Bigger
Not-
dick?
Not that big, man.
Bigger.
Big. I'm glad you added that.
Do all guys want a bigger dick?
I don't know. Do they want a bigger one? Okay, I don't know if they all want a big one. I've already had one, so I don't know. But I'd say they do.
Because there's some
I'm quite satisfied with what I've got.
there's some guys who got big dicks, they can't use them. They
Yeah.
haven't got a clue how to
And
use
you
them.
do hear the stories of the guys with the 12 and ups or the 10 and ups. The women don't like it, just the tip.
Well, you can't take it all.
Yeah.
You haven't got 12 inches in
And
there.
then they can't really enjoy what they're doing as much because it comes to the point where if it's painful for their partner, that they then have to put a bit of thought into, almost put like a depth gauge on the end of their cock, so they know they can't go past the blue line.
My God, it's like when the tide goes out and there's marks on the wall.
But you need something. So I think, I don't know, I can see why it will be more of a hindrance.
Okay, so this is something that I don't really know. Maybe I should. Well, I really should. Am I right in thinking that with guys, most of your sensation is just around your bell end and like the top of your foreskin, right? When you pull it back, your little.
No, it is the most sensitive there.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, you get sensation up and
I'm
down.
not
But
circumcised, right? So my bell end can become very sensitive
yeah,
when it's pulled back
Yeah.
because it's not exposed.
yeah,
So, but then it's quite nice in certain
Yeah.
situations as well. But you can feel all the way down.
no, they can get
And you can,
feeling, but
like, you can feel gripping the
Yeah.
shaft if
Yeah.
you want while you're in there. I can anyway. Maybe I'm just like super special, but you can feel the grip of the shaft, and then no one bit works independently.
so it all works together as a team
Yeah,
to bring the splooge.
yeah,
Okay, because what I'm thinking, if you've got a massive penis and only like what, even if you've got a big long vagina, black ladies tend to have a longer vagina.
yeah.
They have a tilted pelvis for that reason because black guys tend to have a larger penis. Some people call it a badunkadunk. So the bum tips back. They have a tipped pelvis.
Yeah.
Learned all this in midwifery. And they do have like a longer vagina in some cases. So guys who've got a really big cock, if they can only get so much in, I thought if it's mainly like the top and like maybe the top part of the shaft that's only getting pleasure anyway, they're only going to want to put the top bit in anyway. Would it be
Yeah, yeah.
frustrating for the guy if you can't get
I
it
think
all
it
in?
would.
But you
then
could
I've only
hold
ever
it,
had one
couldn't
that
you?
Fits. You could, but then
You'd wank it in, but then
it'd be
still.
no different to having a wank, would it?
Yeah, just having a wank.
How's that pleasurable? Well, it is pleasurable, but
So really, all the guys who want big cocks, really, from after 7 inches, it's a waste of time.
yeah.
Really, unless you're doing arse play.
Mm.
There's a whole new ball game.
But then that's one for Kev.
Yeah, I'll have to ask Kev.
There's his take on it differently. Does
There
he
you
take
go.
it different? No.
No, we're not going to ask that. We don't want absolute detail.
Because like, is it the bigger it gets, the less sensitive it becomes?
Yeah, I didn't think of that. I wonder if it does affect the sensitivity.
You know, like it's that big that you can't really feel anything.
That's interesting. Okay, you can be anonymous, but if you're of a male persuasion and you've got a working penis and it's big, if it's too big, does it affect the sensation? Is it only sensitive in certain areas, or are you less sensitive throughout because there's a lot there?
There's so much of it.
That's a really good point.
Mm-hmm.
You come up with good points.
I'm a thinker, aren't I?
You are a thinker. You are a thinker. I'm a gabber. You see, I think as a gab, as you know, because you get voice notes from me all the time.
Fucking many podcasts from you, no voice notes.
Fuck off! You've only had one long one recently, which was 6
Yeah,
minutes. That was
It
to all
took
of
me
you.
like 3 days to listen to that fully, you know.
Just put me on ×2.
I do, and then I get the track. I put you on ×2, start pottering, and then forget, and you've stopped, and I go, oh shit, what did she say again? I have to go back and say, oh, I'll drop my keys, press play.
Just like your car keys. That's our cue to stop that, Baz, because
Is it?
it's time.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's
hang on.
time to go. Do it now, you think. There you go. Oh, it was funny on Kev's last episode. I think we said something about vaginas. I can't remember what it was now, and he immediately just grabbed the goat and went.
Don't say, did he start balking?
It's so funny. Right then,
You
so...
did it this time, I did it last time.
Okay, I'll do it then. Wow, get you. I thought you want to do it, now you've got it off bat. No?
Yeah, it's not really taking liberties.
Wow, okay then. So, on that macro penis bombshell, we're going to go. So if you binge watching, put the kettle on, we'll see you in 5. If not, we'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye. Coming up next time on the Padded Cell podcast.
So sorry, I've just punched your microphone.
Swill your minge and wash your pits.
I used to say bolshy, and then my therapist told me, no, you're not bolshy, you're assertive, so I use that word now.
The vulva, it contains lots of nerve endings.
Yeah.
We know this.
That's a Sissy Wednesday warning.
Yeah.
Don't do it, it's not worth it.
I'm sure there's more superlatives that I can come up with to
Yeah.
describe somebody who chooses to take 15 children.
I love
and
it.
combine them with 2 kinks. Stationery and flaps. And there we have it. Another day made better by listening to the creators of chaos. Thanks for dropping by, and if you enjoyed the show, we'd really appreciate you sharing your love for the Padded Cell podcast with your friends. Don't forget to give us a follow on our socials, maybe leave us some 5-star reviews, and feel free to send us an email to medic@thepaddedcellpodcast.co.uk, or even interact with us on Facebook, because we love chatting to you. Be sure to stop by next week, because as Bowie says, I don't know where I'm going next, but I promise it won't be boring. Catch you soon.